Evening people, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got Next Gen Racing's team versus team event. So 4 different sim racing groups. We've got Next Gen Racing, Mature Racing Club, SimFX and Charlatan Racing Club, or CRT. All battling it out around 9 tonight, round at Brands Hatch GP. We've got an Enduro for you, so it's a 50-minute race, 50-5-0. So stick around, we've got quali any second. Don't think they've reset the lobby yet. Why did you do that? Let's start the actual stream up, shall we? See who's chatting. Duco, evening mate. How you doing? Let's yeah, probably not started yet. Not many drivers in tonight, only 7. Expect to see a few more. Potter did say quality 5, so not sure whether we're having a little hang back for a couple of drivers. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Diablo's in the room tonight, so obviously set his alarm. Diablo the Australian. He does get up at the crack of dawn. So we have got chatter going on. Let's just see what's happening. Like I say, I think we're just waiting for 1 or 2 drivers. Pav 46 in the room. Let's hope his Yorkshire Tea internet holds out tonight. Told you mate, you need some Earl Grey in there. I need to take that out of that view so I can see that a bit better. There we go. Right, so what's coming up in there? Only 7 in the lobby. Oh, you can join soon. Who's that? Philo? Oh yeah. Yeah, not many in tonight. Drivers in the pits. So qualifying not actually started yet. So we have only got Potter McPot, RV Motorsport, NGR Jambu, Pav 46, MRC Bobby, Gurn 76. I'm not too sure who Gurn 76 is. And Diablo. No Chrissy Raz, no MRC Buddy, no Dagley Balls. Also we're missing one of the CRT drivers as well. Yeah, so a few people missing tonight, unfortunately. This series is sponsored by Team Oliver Racing. They are a nutcase truck racing team. Go check them out. I will put links in the description below. Yeah, so Team Oliver Racing, go and check them out. Also sponsored by XI Energy Drinks, Thrustmaster, GT Amiga, Joyce Designs. Is that it? I'm sure I've missed one. David Appleby Engineering. There you go. All of those. Go check them out, links in the description. So yeah, not many. There's still no extra chat saying people coming. Yeah, only 7 in the lobby. There we go then. So the settings have been changed. Looks like we're about to start quali. Can't hang about all night for everyone. So it might just be a little bit spread out tonight. Chewy Gaming. Ayo on Duco. That was my impression of Chewy Gaming. There's a cat that falls down the stairs. Mic is a bit quiet. Is it? Is it? I don't know why that is. It's all the way up. Give me a second. I'm in. I can do this. How's that? How's that? Any better? A little bit louder, maybe. Is that better? Let me know. So most drivers out on track. Let's go and have a look. There we go. Cheers, Chewy. Got nothing on tonight, no racing for you. RV Motorsport, first man out on track then. Racing for Team CRT or Charlatan Racing Team. I will put links in descriptions below to all the Facebook groups for the sim racing teams. The Dutch contenders. Is that chilling? Or are you eating a chili? Because either's possible. Yeah, thought so. So through Hawthorns then for RV. Drivers in the room now. Like I say, only 7 on track. It's a bit of a shame. Shame your PlayStation isn't working, Chewy. You could have got back involved. Show these boys how to do it. Right, let's just see what RV Motorsport puts in. So we have got a 50 minute enduro for you guys tonight. Got a 15-minute quali round here at Brands Hatch GP. Couple of minutes break and then into the long 15-minute race. So fuel is set at, is it tyres at times 3 and fuel at times, I think it's tyre wear times 5 and fuel at times 3 tonight. They have to use one set and one set only of each type of tyre: racing soft, racing medium and racing hard. No pit window. Damage is on heavy as well, so you get into an accident, it's a trip to the pits for you. It's lucky Brands Hatch is a reasonably short track. All depends on where you get mullered though, or crash into a wall, pick up that damage. So RV sticking in a 122 then while I was chatting away. RC Bobby 123 stuck himself in second at the minute. Stay off the grease pop. Gurn 76 new driver tonight, unless he's I've just not kept up with the chat. The driver's joined. Not going all that far back. But new driver Gurn then sticks himself in third at the minute with a 135.5. Diablo 134.2. Jambu on his own tonight. No dad to be racing with. He's on a 137.3, but that's not counted. He must have picked up a penalty somewhere. 6th place. Pot's now put himself on pole. Pav yet to finish a hot lap. So what's Potter put in? A 122.0. Putting in the little purple sector there. Not anymore. Going for a little bit of a picnic. So far for you lot. Screenshots, which one do I want? So there are actually 2 lobbies running tonight. We've got the pros you're watching live with me now, and we've got the pro-ams running as well on Adey Gee's channel. So make sure you nip over after this, obviously. Go check out the Pro-Ams racing. Go give Adey Gee a shout. Go give him a subscribe as well, why not? So, leading the championship in the minute is Janbu. Where's he gone? Let's go and find Janbu. Driving the Burghardt liveried Ferrari. It's a nice livery as well, I do like that. His dad's rocking a very similar livery. It's Perzel, but not in the room tonight. So yeah, Janbu's leading this championship with 271. Apologies, he's joint first with Potomac Pot with 271. So only 2 races, tonight's and next week's to go. Tight at the top. And we've got MRC Bobby in 3rd with 231 points. He's been doing alright this season. Got PAF 46 in 4th on 178 points. Chrome Dick's not able to join us tonight. He's on 151 points in 5th. Philo in 6th. He's got 147 points. RV Motorsport, he is with us tonight. He's in 7th with 142. MRC Buddy, again, another driver missing tonight on 138 in 8th. Diablo, who does join us tonight after setting his alarm, 137 points in 9th. Perzel, again, missing driver, sitting in 10th. I don't know why he's missing tonight. 134 points, sorry. And let's just jump to the back half of the grid. So Silver Carter, another driver missing tonight. Unfortunately, sitting in 11th with 132 points. I will flick drivers in a second. Let me just read through these. Dangly Ball, again, another missing driver tonight, 114 points. Chrissy Raz, a missing driver, 65 points. Chrissy not having the best of seasons. Oh, I forget your name. Oh, I can't see it because it's covered up by the white bright reflection of the car. It will come to me. It will come to me. But I've not seen you for a couple of weeks. 14th for... it'll come to me. 15th for Nick. Nick's only on 9 points. They will come to me in 14th. So that's standing so far. Potomac Pot putting in another fastest lap then, 1:21.9. Jambu, he's chucked himself closer towards the front at 1:22.1. Motorsport 1:22.2 now into 3rd, so just over halfway through quali. Diablo, he's got a 4th position at the minute on the grid, 1:22.6. MRC Bobby just ghosting out at the minute, 1:23.0 for Bob, 6th place. And new driver Gern, he's on a 1:23.8, 7th on the grid. Maybe 7 minutes left, let's hope 1 or 2 more drivers can join. There was a lot of chatter about people not able to turn up due to work commitments and things like that. Gern just running himself off track there. So off at Paddock Hill. That's not the driver I wanted. That's not the driver I wanted either. Yeah, let's go on board with RV Motorsport and see what he's got. So down the Brabham Straight then, through Paddock Hill. This is where we've just seen Gern run himself wide onto that sand. RV Motorsport keeping it on track, so up the hill towards Druids. Tight to the apex, running it out wide. Down the hill towards Graham Hill Bend. Again, easy to run wide through there. We saw Potter do it earlier. So along the Cooper Straight then towards Sterling's. Awkward little turn. This always catches me out. Never quite know when to turn in. And down the big long straight. Might see one or two overtakes down here. Got to be right on the tail of the driver in front. So through Hawthorns then. Into Westfield, almost running it wide then. Down the hill and back up towards Dingledale. Through there again, easy to run wide. RV Motorsport just getting two wheels on the grass. He does keep it on track though. So through Sterling's then, again, can be an awkward corner that one. Down the straight towards Clark Curve. Sticks himself in the pits, and that was the final turn anyway. He chucks himself back in the pits. But he was sitting in fourth. He's still chatting to you, what are you saying? Let me have a look. No practice or set up. No, good point, good point. Yeah, Jambu's he's been pretty good this season. Promoted from Pro-Ams last season, along with Purcell. Currently in Pro-Ams, we've got Burnfry leading that championship. Pot sticking in another purple sector there. So Pav's put in a flyer. He's got a 122.007 right behind Potter. Then Jambu pushed down into third now. RV Motorsport back out of the pits, so retains his fourth place. Diablo pushed down into fifth now. Still on that 122.6. Reasonably fresh set of racing softs on, half a tank. Car will be quite light. He's got what's he got? 2.5 minutes left. He'll get a couple of laps in. RC Bobby then sixth, and Gurn still sitting in the back of the pack. He's left and come back. See what he's got on this lap here. Just over half a second back from MRC Bobby, 135.5 then. So almost 2 seconds off race, not race leader, but qualifying fastest time of Potter McPot. RV Motorsport giving plenty of room there. Good, just keeps it on track. Pot's going even quicker, 121.6. So pulls it at 1.4 of a second over Pav's fastest, 122.0. Still sticking little purple sectors in himself. Lost a driver. Diablo's disappeared for some reason. Just putting himself back on track as well in the background. What you got there, Pav? Able to take that pole position off of Potter, not this one. So they've got 30 seconds left on the clock. That should be enough to finish one more lap. Well, not the time itself, but they should be given enough time to finish one more lap. That's that lap over for Pav. Jambu has gone quicker though. Jambu's put a 121.7 in. So close the gap right up on Potter. No Potter again, little purples. So 15 minutes is over. Pav just trying to stay out of the way, but people still on their hot laps. RV Motorsport ghosting out as well. Diablo back in the lobby, good. He's gone through first sector as well, so retains his. Ooh, retains his 6th position. On track the envelope. I see Bobby ghosting out as well. Good, unfortunately. He's put 23.4 in there. And still at the back of the pack. Still almost 2 seconds off of Potter, 1.8. I'll just catch him getting it wrong there through Dingledell. That's exactly what can happen, just catch a wheel on the grass. These rear wheel drive cars do spin out quite easily. So there's the racetrack again. Chewy's joined the room. Don't know whether you're allowed to join Chewy. You might get told off. Get in, Chrome Dix. Get in, Chrome Dix. Just popping up in the chat there. Come on, Chrome Dix, get in the lobby. Come on, we've not started yet. More drivers. Come on. Diablo backwards on track. Now leaving the room at the minute. What's going on here? All sorts of people leaving and coming back. Potter does retain fastest lap at the minute though. I've got all sorts of damage while he's ghosting out chatting. Motorsport trying to devo his tyres by the look of it. Yeah. His brakes on a little bit as well, just putting those through their paces. We wait to start this race. So, a lot of these drivers parked up then or ghosted. Still no Potter, it's his race room as well. Come on, Potter. Join first. So Chrome Dix was saying earlier that he's around his grandparents' house or something, so he might not be able to race because there's only one TV. So I hope he's not like done him in or anything. Chewy's in. Yeah, but waiting for Chrome Dix as well. Maybe he's running through his mobile phone, let's hope not. So RB Motorsport still devoing his tyres. No. Decided to go for another lap with worn out rears. So I think VLX Chewy D has gone to pick a car. We're just waiting for Chrome Dix to try and get in this lobby as well. Make for better racing when there's more people on track. What's this? Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a wait at the minute. Like I say, just waiting for Chewy D and Chrome Dix to get in the lobby. Well, I'm Potter McPot actually. He seems to have left the racetrack. Gurn doing a great job of liverying that car up. I'm liking that one. Forget the rest of the sponsors, mate. As long as you've got my decal on your car. And a great big one like that. He's finding that BMW very tail happy as Gurn. Chewy D's in the room. I actually thought Chewy D's PlayStation had blown up. Maybe he's had it repaired. So, no Chrome Dicks, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get Chewy to stand in for Chrome Dicks. I'm still waiting for Potter and Pot. Come on, Potter, it's your race. Right, I think everyone ready. Diablo's back in. Potter's back in. Chewy's in. Chrome Dicks can't make it. His internet's not strong enough. So it's going to be Potter taking pole position. Let's see if they give Chewy D a lap or two. He's out in the Ferrari. I do like this car. GR4 version's a nice car to drive as well. It sounds amazing. Oh, Chewy D. He's getting half a lap, and Potter Pot started the race then. So 50-minute, that's 50-minute race coming up. So we've got a great big enduro for you guys tonight. They do have to use 3 different compounds of tyre, and only the 3 compounds. They can't have any more choices. Quick flash of the lights from everyone. So Potter takes pole, then Jambu second, Pav third, RV Motorsport fourth, Diablo fifth, Bobby in 6th, Chewy 7th, and Gurn's going to pick up 8th. Oh, there's Gurn at the back. That's bizarre. I thought it would have been VLX Chewy. So the revs are up and they're away. That's a great start from MRC Bobby. It's almost like he had NOS shot off the start. It was amazing. Potter and Pot then leading the race. Oh, who's that? MRC. Oh, there's chaos around turn 1. Diablo's off. I think Jambu's off into turn 1 as well. Yeah, Jambu's all the way back at the just coming around turn 1 still. He's out on the racing hards. Oh, and nearly collides with Diablo coming back onto track as well. Diablo picked up all sorts of damage in turn 1. Oh, so that's a long way back round. I was saying it's not that long of a track depending on where you pick up your damage. Unfortunately, Diablo picking it up in turn 1. So back out front, Potter McPot then leads. He's got 0.6 of a second over second place RV Motorsport. He's had a great start. Bobby into third, then top 3 drivers have pulled a bit of a gap over fourth place. Pav 1.4 seconds. But it's a long race. Chrome Dicks, how you doing, mate? Fortunately, I'm not sure what's happening with your internet, but obviously not strong enough to connect a PlayStation to it. So Pav then made a bit of a break himself. He's got 1.3 second gap back to Gurn in 5th. He must be wondering what's happening. He's gone from last place to 5th. Chewy D's up into 6th as well, so he's kept it clean on the first lap. He's managed to avoid getting tangled with Jambu and Diablo. They're now a long way back. Diablo coming in the pits then, Jambu coming in the pits, getting our damage repaired by the look of it. Diablo still a long way off this pit lane. Struggling with that car. Potter Pot then right up front, getting all sorts of pressure from RV Motorsport, going down the inside in the Mercedes. CRT driver looking to take the lead early on. So Potter Pot then on the racing mediums, pushed down into second. Racing softs for RV Motorsport. Potter Pot though piling the pressure back on down the inside. He's having to back off through there. Let's RV Motorsport back through, still having to defend from MRC Bobby as well. Bobby out on the softs as well, so Bobby might be making a move on Potter anytime soon. Pav 46 then, he's still 1.5 seconds back from the trio out front. He has pulled a massive gap back to Gurn now, 3 seconds he's got. Chewy closing that gap down on him as well, 1.6 between Chewy and Gurn. So Jambu back out of the pits. Oh, he's held on to that damage. I'm not sure why he came in the pits at all. Diablo's left the room. Oh, Diablo. That's a shame. So, Potter McPot then, yeah, he's losing pace to RV Motorsport and those soft tyres. He's coming under increased pressure from MRC Bobby behind. That's a good camera angle, I do like that. Unfortunately, we've got to wait a long time for NGR Jambu to catch up with that camera. He's now 24.5 seconds back. He's out on the racing hards though, so his race will only get quicker. So Motorsport then pull 1.7 now over Potter McPot in second. Just keep it clean and on track. Potter then on those mediums, sticking 2 wheels on the grass there. He's losing more time to RV Motorsport up front. He's holding back MRC Bobby out on those racing softs. Bobby's looking to get past as soon as possible. Pav slowly closed that gap up. He's taken 0.2 of a second out of it, down to 1.3. Just extending back up to 1.4 there. Gurn still holding on to 5th. But losing time to Pav, 3 seconds that gap now. Chewy, he's had, VLX Chewy's had some off somewhere. He's now 7 seconds back. Losing ground to Gurn currently. Jambu, so Jambu closed that gap up on Chewy due to Chewy's off. We've lost Diablo unfortunately. So tied in first place is Jambu with Potter McPot, but unfortunately right at the minute he's down at the back of the pack in this race. He's got to try and get as many points as possible if he's going to try and put the pressure on Potter next week in the finals. So up front in the meantime, RV Motorsport continues with his attack to win this race. He's now 2.9 seconds up front from Potter McPot in second. Potter's still got MRC Bobby right behind him. Pav's unable to close that gap up. Losing a bit of time there, 1.6 the gap between Pav and MRC Bobby. Gurn still holding that 5th, but he's now 7.5 seconds back. Yes, he's doing all right. Chrome Dix, he's got the softs on. So he's pulled more time over Potter McPot. He's 3 seconds up. So we did go on board with Chrome Dix for a lap during qualifying, but we'll just go on board now. He's at full race pace. So not a lot to worry about from behind, pulling more time out from Potter McPot. Just look at the one, I was going to say, look at the gap behind, you can't. There's a great big metal bar in the way. We've got 3.2 seconds over Potter McPot as he come up through the top of the track now then, up towards Westfield. Mercedes quite a nice car to drive as well. It's a bit heavy. A little bit tail happy, but it is quite stable once you get the feel of it. So pulling more time over Potter McPot then, 3.5 seconds. Coming in to start lap 6. So he's holding fastest lap of the race as well at the minute is RV Motorsport. Almost runs himself wide through there. So through Druids. Pot still holding on to that second, losing time still to RV Motorsport, and still managing to fend off the attacks from MRC Bobby. Bobby on his fastest tyre at the minute, but also holding the most fuel. He's got the most fuel on board at this minute as well. So the softs aren't going to last long. If he needs to use them, he needs to use them now. You can't use them again in this race. You can only use one set of softs, one set of mediums, one set of hards. No more, no less. Come in the pits as much as you want for fuel, but only those 3 sets of tyres. 46 in 4th, then losing more time to MRC Bobby. 3 seconds down now. Gurn still in 5th. He'll be happy with this if he can keep it on track. Chewy then 10.1 seconds back from Gurn in 6th. Chewy stepping in tonight. He did turn up in the chat, and I said to him, because there was only 7 drivers in the lobby, I said, you ought to join, show these boys what you got, because I know Chewy's a pretty quick driver. And next thing I know, he's turned up in the lobby and been allowed to race. So unfortunately, he's had some off-track action. He's down in 6th at the minute. Jambu way off the pace then, 22.7. He's out on those racing hards. He did go off turn 1 along with Diablo. Picked up a lot of damage to Diablo and Jambu. Unfortunately, Diablo decided that enough was enough, so he decided not to take part anymore in tonight's race. Jambu stuck it out, but he's a little bit off the pace at the minute, 21.6, so pulling a little bit of time back on VLX Chewy. RV Motorsport then extending his gap, 4.4. He's out on a storm at the minute. We'll all close back up when they shift tyres and the pit stops start happening. Tyre combinations change, giving some of the other drivers the advantage. Bob has put that BMW's racing softs through their paces. They're starting to look a little bit worn out now. He's lost a bit of time to Potter, 1.7 seconds. Still unable to close the gap up on Bobby though. As Potter closed the gap up. Yeah, Potter has closed the gap back up on RV Motorsport. Pulled it back to 3.7 now. So the medium tyre of Potter starting to come into play. RV Motorsport's softs aren't looking that bad actually. Maybe just losing a bit of time. Potter and Pot keeping that gap. He's pulled another 10th or so. VLX Chewy in the meantime, he's been off track again. He's got big front end damage. Has VLX Chewy really come in the pits and get that repaired? Yes, he does. Really stick on a fresh set of tyres as well. And he also early on gets rid of those racing hards. He's done 11 minutes on those. They would be the longer lasting tyre. He's come out on a fresh set of racing mediums. So next time VLX Chewy comes in, he's got to stick a set of softs on. He's got to make these mediums and those softs last till the end of the race now as Chewy. Let's see how he gets on with that. First of the pits then for VLX Chewy. RV Motorsport still out front. He managed to pull a 10th back over Potter. Potter just getting a bit of a drift on in the BMW. Losing more time then Bob, 3.3 back from Potter now. Z4 starting to struggle on those softs. 46, 3.4 seconds back. So he's out on the mediums as well. So mediums for Gurn. He's picked up a bit of damage. Might just affect him down the long straights. Jambu's still unfortunately unable to close the gaps up. He's managed to get past VLX Chewy after Chewy's off. But he's still 24.5 seconds off of Gr3 He's almost a full minute off race leader and tied with championship leader Potter McPot. So Jambu might have to wait till next week to try and regain the race lead, the championship lead. Bobby also in the pits now, coming in, getting rid of those. Oh, is he? Yes. So Bob comes out on the mediums then, so Bob's got to put the hards on next. Motorsport in the meantime, he stops out on his racing softs. He's closing up on back mark of VLX Chewy. Pot then lost a bit of time to RV Motorsport now, then 4.2 seconds back. He's got half a tank of fuel on board. Let's just flip back onto RV Motorsports. Yeah, he's got about the same. He's got himself past Chewy cleanly, I was just about to say. He's managed to keep that on track, some good driving there by RV. So rear-wheel drive car's not the best on grass, I'll tell you that. So lap 10 then, RV Motorsport lapping VLX Chewy. Just gives Chewy someone to follow, someone to chase. So he sticks with RV Motorsport at the minute. He is out on those fresh racing mediums. RV Motorsport on the racing hards. Pot then, after RV Motorsport's little off-track action. Pot's managed to close that gap back down to 2.8 seconds. He's still got to get his way past VLX Chewy as well. So VLX Chewy and Potter are old league buddies, so I'm sure there'll be no issues with Potter getting past VLX Chewy. He knows the rules. Flags waving. Potter pulling almost another tenth. That's just extended back up again to 2.8, 2.9. So not doing too bad, Potter. He's like I say, on the racing mediums, keeping RV Motorsports in check, and he'll start to gain a little bit of a toe off of VLX Chewy as well. So Pav's got himself up into third there due to Bob's pit stop. 11 seconds off the back of Potter. And MRC Bobby is 7.5 seconds back from him. So stops out for another one then, Pav. On those fresh mediums. Let's see if he's can do any better, get a little bit quicker. He's not being held up by Potter McPot anymore. Gurn still in 5th. Yet to pit, so he's lost a bit of time. He's now only 12.6 in front of Jambu. Ooh, we just catch Jambu losing the tail end of his Ferrari through Dingle. It is an awkward turn. Just keep it on track though. Currently in 6th then for Jambu. See if he comes across the line. 24.8. Chewy's off again, unfortunately. Gets himself back on track. So Potter McPot past Chewy D then. I think Chewy D might have just tried to get out of the way a little bit too much for Potter. Well, he's off track again, is VLX Chewy. He's not having the best of nights. It is his first time back on the game for a long time, I think. So it has cost Potter a little bit of time. He's now 6 seconds back from RV. So the racing softs of RV still got a little bit of life in them. 26 in third place then. He's managed to get himself past Chewy D after VLX Chewy after some more off-track action. MRC Bobby has closed the gap down on Pav a little bit. He's taken about a second out. Again, he's still got to get past VLX Chewy. Going in 5th, but he's way off the pace. He's 26 seconds back from 4th place MRC Bobby. 50 seconds back from race leader. He's out on the mediums though. He's got the hards and the softs to go. Let's see what his strategy plays out. So Jambu's 6th then. Struggling tonight, off track in turn 1, lap 1. Got caught up with Diablo as well. Diablo unfortunately leaving the race. So you had to pit early, did Jambu? VLX Chewy unfortunately, yeah, he's joined tonight more than anything to make up numbers. Just struggling a little bit around here tonight. I don't think he plays Gran Turismo too much now. I think he's a bit one of these posh iRacing dudes. 46 has decided to come in then. So does he? He does. He holds on to that 4th even with the pit stop. I think. I thought Gurn would have been closer than that, to be honest. So Pav in and out of the pits comfortably then. He's come out on the racing hards for his 2nd stint. 10.5 seconds from 3rd place MRC Bobby. He's got just over half a tank as well. Bobby then 3rd. He's got the racing mediums on, but he's 18 seconds back from Potter. Potter yet to stop though, as has RV Motorsport on those softs. He's looking to run really long on those. So 20 minutes into this race on a set of racing softs. That's 15 laps he's done. Good going. Some of the drivers coming in at sort of lap 9 and 10. Potter Pot also stopping out on those mediums. Close that gap back up to RV Motorsport, 4.5 seconds. Bobby then nearly 19 seconds back. Don't think he'll be able to make any more. He'll get closer to Potter Pot through the pits, I think. Get past him. Pav then 4th, out on the hards for his 2nd stint, I've just said. Just comes through Druids then. So 10.4 off the back of MRC Bobby. It's going to be a difficult thing to try and make up any time on that with the hard tyres on versus Bob's mediums. So Gurn's still in 5th then. He's stopped out on those racing mediums. He's still got just under a quarter of a tank. Jambu was right behind him. So he comes in the pits now. He's taking on board fuel. He's going to stop on those hards. So VLX Chewy. Mediums as well, half a tank. So RV Motorsport comes in now then. Potter Pot stops out. Laps in with the fuel he's got on. Motorsport back out of the pits then. Who's he come out behind? VLX Chewy. So he's got a little bit of work to do to get past Chewy, but Chewy should get himself out of the way again. Let's hope he doesn't get himself too far out of the way. He's already off the racing line, is Chewy. Yeah, there we go. That's some good driver etiquette right there. Motorsport, what's he doing? He's run himself off track. Where's he gone? Come here, come here. He's off track. He was through Sterling's. Just lost the tail end of that Mercedes. Stuck himself in the wall. He's picked up front end damage. He's on the racing hards. Fresh set as well. That front end damage should only affect him at top speed really. It should be more aero than mechanical. Potter at Pot in the pits though, but he's lost a lot of time to Potter. MRC Bobby's got past as well. So Potter in. And Bobby takes that second position. 21 seconds back from Potter. That will come down though when Potter comes out of the pits. So Potter's coming out on a fresh set of racing hards. Holds on to that first place. But he can't believe his luck either. Having RV Motorsport quite a way out front. And now up into first place. 5.8 seconds over MRC Bobby. RV Motorsport back on track then. Now 4 seconds back from MRC Bob. Nearly 10 seconds back from race leader Potter. Both drivers been in the pits then. And now RV Motorsport unfortunately is on the slower tyre. So that's all worked in. Sorry, Potter's also out on the hards. I thought Potter would come out on the mediums, but he started on the mediums. So Bob might be able to close that gap back up on Potter. He's out on the mediums versus Potter's hards. RV Motorsport will be swearing in all kinds of Dutchness tonight. He won't be happy with that off at all. 46th then. So he's only 4.7 back from RV now. Almost see him just driving down the hill there. There he is, turning through Clark Curve. So Jambo to 5th, Gurn now 6th then. So he's coming, putting a set of racing hards, has Gurn. That's allowed Jambo through. So Gurn down in 6th then, 5 seconds off of Jambo at the minute. BLX Chewy only 22 seconds down the road. I want to try and stay on the tail of MRC Bobby. So Potter holds his 5.2 second lead over Bob then. Sport after he's off. He's still got 4.4 back from MRC Bobby. He's still not managed to get past Chewy either. So the field quite spread out now. Nobody in any position to attack at the minute. This is why it's always better when there's more cars on track. So some glory shots of Potter McPot, one-eyed brown fizzy poppet. Other brown fizzy pops available. MRC Bobby has managed to close that gap up a little bit. Potter and Pot on the hard tyres then. Bobby on the slightly quicker mediums. Whether it's enough to close up before they come to their final pit stop. Potter gets the soft tyres on. We'll wait and see. Potter just having to back off through Dingle Dell then. Glad they stuck with him. So just going a bit quick through Dingle, had to back off the power as he came through there. He was going to spin that BMW round. He let off the power early, gained control of that car on the grass and retained his first. He's lost a bit of time to Bob though, about 0.3 of a second. Way better than losing 2 positions, trying to get that car straight and pointed on in the right direction with grass on the tyres. So he still holds 5.2 over Bob then. Chewy sticking with Bob a little bit. Lost a bit of time to him now. Those two are completely different ends of the score sheet at the minute. Excuse me, I've got brown fizzy pop burps. So, what's happened there? On pad 46 then, up into third. RV Motorsport been in the pits then, coming for the racing hards. Pad's managed to get past him then. Real glory shot in Potomac Pot. Luke Ryan, evening mate, how you doing? So RV fourth then, was sitting in the lead of this race. He managed to get about a 5-second lead over Potter. Potter closed that back down to about 3.5. And then unfortunately RV Motorsport decided to spin it off track and stick it in the wall. So right around this very next corner. Just got it wrong through here, and on this shot he was firing himself into the wall. So he lost the position to Bob. He was down in third. He held a bit of damage. I think he's been in the pits and had that repaired by the look of it. And that might be what's allowed PAV 46 through. So maybe he was losing a bit of time with that damage on the front. Jambu then up into fifth. So he'll be happy he's a bit higher up the order now. There's a few extra points on the board for him tonight. As I say, his current championship joint leader with Potomac Potts, both on 271 points. But caught up in an accident, turn 1, lap 1. Him and another driver ended up with significant damage. It's a long way back to pits from that particular place on the track at least. But he's managed to make his way back past Gurn and VLX Chewy. So a few extra points on the board for him tonight. We have still got finals next week. So a chance for him to redeem himself and try and take that championship win off Potomac Potts. So let's see what's happened here. Potomac Potts been off track then. He's picked up damage. Bob's managed to get past, and that's allowed PAV 46 right into the attacking line of Potter. Both out on the hard tyres as well. PAV almost out of fuel though. Potter's got a little bit more on board. So be able to run a little bit longer. So all the work for Potter to do now to try and gain that first place back. I can imagine Bob can't believe his luck now. 5.8 second lead over Potter. Racing mediums looking a little bit worn out. He's got quite a big chunk of fuel on board. PAV 46 stops out for another lap. He's being a bit brave with that. Plenty of wear on those racing hards, but he'll want to ditch those ASAP. So Potter comes in then. Is he going to do the final whole 18 minutes on a set of softs? He's getting the damage repaired at least. He is. So Potter's final pit stop. He comes out in the fresh set of racing soft, the fastest tyre. So he has now got 20.6 seconds, sorry, 26 seconds to catch up with, or maybe a little bit more now, to catch up with race leader MRC Bobby. MRC Bobby has yet to take his final pit stop. That will be coming up any second. Could definitely be coming up for PAV 46 this lap. He'll be sticking on the soft tyre as well. Potts already taken his stop. Let's see where that brings him out in this last remaining section of the race. RV Motorsport then down in 4th after his off-track action. Was leading this race. He struggled a little bit. Lost a bit of time to Potter and then pinned it into the wall. So Pav in now then. Bob has stopped out. Where's Potter going to come? So past the pit entrance now. Whether he gets out in front of Pav is yet to be seen. Yes, he does. Pav just coming out of the pit lane now. Potter and Bob coming at full race pace. So Potter back up into 2nd position. He's still got 24 seconds to try and catch up with Bobby. Bobby yet to pit though. He might be in at the end of this lap. So almost out of fuel, Bob. Potter and Bob closing the gap at the same time. Down to 23 seconds between himself and Bob. Pav 46 trying to hang on to Potter and Pot. Now 1.2 seconds back. Again out of the racing softs. So the fastest tyre, Bob, is going to come out on his final stint on the racing hards, I believe. RV Motorsport 4th then. So now 18.8 seconds back into the final stint. He won't be happy with his performance tonight. He might be having a good performance, but not with the results. So Bobby in the pits now then. Potter, Pot and Pav just coming down the final straight. Into the Clark curve then. Bob's still taking on board fuel. He's been released. So he does come out back into the lead. He is out on the racing hards, like I say, the slower tyre. Potter and Pot and Pav 46 both coming at full race pace. Whereas Bobby's only got pit lane pace coming out of there, so loses a bit more time. Gap down to 3.5 seconds as they come through Druids. Pot then. Try not to blow those softs out too early, but make that time up on Bob in front and defend from Pav behind. Another purple sector for Potter. He's gone quicker already, 1:22.2. So the fastest lap of the race so far. He's got that gap down to less than 3 seconds between himself and Bob. Piling the pressure on then. 46 is sticking with him as well, so Bob could let me say that again. Bob could come under pressure from both of these drivers. RV Motorsport, like I say, now 20 seconds back from Pav 46. He's looking good for a real high position. Unfortunately, just had a little mistake. Jambu as well. Than likely expecting a lot more from this race. So you're getting smashed off turn 1. I didn't actually see it, I was in the wrong camera angle at the time. I could see it but from a distance. I just saw Jambu and Diablo go off, both picked up damage. Jambu's picked up a couple of places though. He's got past Gurn in 6th. Gurn, new driver tonight, don't know anything about this guy. He's driving the best livery car in here tonight. Look at that. Blam. Everywhere, look. Everywhere you look. Blam. It's great. And then our mate VLX Chewy. An awful night, to be perfectly honest. He's stepped in as a bit of a room filler after being in the chat originally, and I sort of semi-talked him into it a little bit. Might not be talking to me after some of the off-track action he's had at last place. He's out on a fresh set of racing softs for VLX Chewy. So he has made the move over to iRacing, has Chewy, so not a lot of time on Gran Turismo. Coming into effect early on in the race. See, maybe just struggling a little bit to control the car. Pot and MRC Bobby then side by side down the start finish straight. Bobby holds on to that position around the first turn. Really hold on to it into Druids. He's got the inside line up the hill. Potter's got his nose in front, does say he's first. But Potter's just driven straight around the outside of him. Well driven, Potter. drivers, so all three of these drivers taking it very wide through there, exploring track limits, trying to take the fastest lines. So Potter takes first, then MRC Bobby holds on to that second. He's coming under all sorts of pressure from Pav 46 in third place. Pav out on those softs as well, looking to get past Bob pretty soon. Oh, so Bob having to run a bit wide through there. Those hards unable to keep the pace around the corner, and he's having to back off, allowing Pav to slip down the inside up into second then. And we'll see Bobby trying to stick with him. I think it's a little bit of a futile exercise for Bob to try and keep with these boys. He won't be happy with third though. He's got a big old gap back to fourth place RV Motorsport, now 21.5 seconds back. Was leading this race. Jambu fifth then, so he's 9.2 back. We have only got 11.5 minutes left, so a lot of work to do for Jambu. He's not going to get anywhere close to RV Motorsports in that time. RV Motorsport is on the hard tyre, sorry, the medium tyre. But I think Jambu might have to win the rest of the race. Those mediums. He's in the pits now then. Let's see what he comes out on. Does Gurn get that place? No, he's too far back. Oh, he's off track as well. Looks Chewy again. Chewy. Chewy himself all over the place. So yeah, Chewy did say he probably wasn't going to join because he didn't have a setup and no practice. About 57 seconds later, he appeared in the lobby. So Pav 46 holding on to Pot's rear wing, half a second back. 10 minutes left in this race. Both of these drivers are on the soft tyre, pretty similar wear. I think Pav's got a little bit more wear on his than Potter's. Both got exactly the same amount of fuel on board as well, so the race is on between Potter and Pav. They managed to drop MRC Bobby on those hard tyres. Oh, Bobby looks like Bobby's had a bit of off-track action. He's picked up half a second penalty and he's now 3.7 seconds back as well. Again, still under no threat from RV currently, as he is under no threat from Jambu, 25, nearly 26 seconds back. So big gaps developing at the back. VLX Chewy coming out for his last stint then. So this is where the fight is between Potter and Pav. That one. So on board with Potter, looking back at Pav 46. He's managed to extend that gap to 0.7 as Potter. With him though, got it down to 0.6, so we'll be getting a toe down this start finish straight. Closing up again a little bit. So it's on between these two. 6 of a second between them. MRC Bobby still holding on to that little bit of a penalty there. He's losing more time to Pav and Potter in front. He's got RV Motorsport taking 2 seconds out of him. That might have been due to his off-track action. Big gap back to Jambu, just putting a little purple sector there, Jambu. Taking the fastest lap of the race, 1:21.8. Potter won't be happy with that. Gurn then holding on to 6th at the minute, 1:23.2. He's got a bit of a gap back to VLX Chewy then after Chewy's just been in the pits. So Chewy nearly a minute down then from 6th place Gurn. So the closest drivers, Potter McPot and Pav 46, first and second. This will obviously help Potter's championship fight, and Pav's as well. He's currently sitting in fourth position. MRC Bobby currently sitting in third in the championship. Jambu and Potter are both joint first. So obviously Potter's going to gain good points from tonight. Jambu does have next week to try and gain those points back and take the championship. It'll be very hard work against drivers of the calibre of Potter and Pav, MRC Bobby, RV Motorsport. Potter in the meantime has managed to pull a second over Pav 46. Just kept it at second at the minute. Can Pav close that gap back up? Lost another 10 through there. So Potter and Pot just starting to pull away a little bit, starting to drop the toe for Pav 46. He's got to try and stick with him. He's going to make any kind of attack for first place. Down to just under. Who's that in front? That's Gurn 76, just off track there through Druids. So Pav 46 gaining a little bit through there, about 0.2 of a second. We've got 5 minutes left. Getting down to half a second between Pav and Potter. Pav going to put it on him. Is he going to be content with second? See Bobby now 12 seconds down from the two in front. Those hard tyres not doing Bob well in this last stint. He's picked up more of a penalty as well. It was 0.3, it's now 0.8. Motorsports pulled more time back on him, 15.4 seconds back. Still a long way to try and catch up in 4.5 minutes. Again, Jambu 25 seconds back. He'll have to settle for 5th. Then, new driver tonight. So we'll see him struggling that bit a little bit. And BLX Chewy as well, so filler driver tonight. Just struggling a little bit in the Ferrari, but he's not a regular GT user. Used to be. So still less than a second between first and second then. Thanks to my 402nd subscriber. I don't know who you are, but thank you. It didn't pop up in my list of... Oh, Pav 46. Pav 46 has got it all wrong. Is that going to allow MRC Bobby through? No, he's too far back. Oh, Pav 46. He's got it all wrong through Sterling's. He's chucked himself in the pits now. Bobby is going to get past. Right at the end of the race for Pav. That's devastating news for Pav 46. Picked up engine damage, front wheel damage, aero damage. He's taken pressure off of Potter McPot. It does allow MRC Bobby through. Pav 46 coming back out of the pits then. He's out on the one set of racing softs. He's now got 3.2, maybe a little bit more in a minute. 3.2 seconds to try and catch up with MRC Bobby to retain that second place he was in. He's got got 2.5 minutes to do it. It's a tall order for Pav 46. He will be swearing in all sorts of northern tongues. I'm blaming Yorkshire teammate. So Potter McPot then comfortably out front then. 19.5 seconds he's got over second place now, MRC Bobby. And Bob's driven himself off track though. He's managed to keep it in a straight line just about, but that's allowed Pav 46 to close up on him. So it might still be on for Pav 46 to have a bit of a fight at the end of this one. He's got the gap down to 2 seconds now. They are going to get another lap in. Pav's going to take it a little bit easier through there, I guarantee you. So it's all on for Pav then. He's got the gap down to 1.5 seconds. Get a sneaky 36th lap in. They may well do, you know. So lap 35 then. Pav 46 after his off-track action we've just seen and damage, going in the pits to get that repaired. He's come back out in third. He's not able to stick a fresh set of tyres on. And now he's right hot on the heels of MRC Bobby. Oh, Pav. So, kind of get him down this straight. MRC Bobby going to make him work for it. There's points on the board for Bob. Bob is sitting in third in the championship. Pav is in fourth. And that's where we saw Pav get past Bobby earlier. Bob going defensive then from Pav. So on the run down the hill then, back up towards Dingle and Dingledell. Bumper to bumper action between these two BMW drivers. So 20 seconds then left on the clock. Felix Chewy's left the room. Just can't keep my eye on this, but I don't know whether they're going to get another. Oh, Bobby and Pav having a little bit of contact. Are they going to get across the line? I think they are. They are. They're going to start another lap then. So Potter, Pav and Bobby start another lap. RV Motorsport, he comes across the line then to finish fourth place. He was leading this race. He won't be happy. Felix Chewy D has left the room. He's not happy with his race at all. Sorry, Chewy. Jambu's going to come home in fifth then. Fastest lap of the race as well with a 1:21.8. Well, unless Potter, Pav or Bobby can do better this time round. Gurn's going to come home in sixth position. Where's Bob already? Potter. Oh, here's Potter. He's getting himself on track by the look of it. He's having a little bit of wiggle of his car. He's got plenty of time to play with. 23.1 seconds lead over MRC Bobby. Bobby's lost a bit more time due to having to defend from Pav. Great big handbrake across the line from Potter and Pot takes first place, maximum points. Well done. Bobby has managed to fend off Pav 46 for this final lap. Bob's got no fuel on board though. Can Pav get a run down the start-finish straight? Oh, he needed to be a little bit closer. It's going to be side by side as they cross the line. Bob just takes it, he does. Bob takes second, Pav takes third, RV Motorsport fourth, Jambu fifth, Gurn sixth, would have been VLX Chewy in seventh, and it would have even been more Diablo in eighth. But yeah, not having the best of races tonight for Diablo. Sorry for what? Sorry for talking you into that race that you didn't look like you enjoyed very much. I didn't think you were enjoying it. I wouldn't be enjoying it, spinning off track like that all the time. I would have got fed up and rage quit halfway through. No, I don't rage quit, so that's what I was sorry for, Chewy, for talking you into joining this lobby and racing into brick walls and sandpits. But apart from that, and one or two other off-track actions, there was no incidents between drivers that I saw. I don't know what happened on turn one. It was completely the wrong camera angle, so I can't comment on that. Yeah, I did say that. I know I did say that. You might have only been a tenth off the fastest lap, but you probably only did one of those, did you? Just ribbing you, Chewy. You know that. So that was round 9 of Next Gen Racing's Team versus Team event. Sponsored by Team Oliver Racing. We've got one more round, the finals next week. Why don't I get ready for that, and then I can already know and tell you where it's at. Because I kind of forget when I'm finishing the stream, if you know what I mean. I don't think about it. The race finishes, I chat waffle, and then I think about it. Final race, where's the final race? Where is it? Where's it gone? That's not right. I don't know where it is, but it's next week. Same time, same place. You know that. I should know that, but I don't know that. But me, myself, I'm back tomorrow night for P1RC's GR2 Thursday League. Come and check that out. That's always some good fast action from those guys. And then back Monday for the finals of the minis. That's also a really good season. That's been some really good battles in that one. And then back for the finals of this next week. So that's my lineup. I have got the race of winners coming up. I think that's the 22nd, 26th. Why do I keep getting that wrong? See? I should have all this stuff written down. When is that? Let's find that chat. That's the wrong chat. So many going on. 22nd of July. That's probably going to be an 8 and 8:30 start, and it might run for about 3 or 4 hours, that one. So that is, it's the race of winners from Next Gen Racing. So it's all the leagues that Next Gen run for Gran Turismo. So this one, the minis, the touring cars, things like that. They put all the winners and the runners up into a lobby. It's a sort of selection of tracks, a selection of cars. Nobody gets kind of an advantage. I think it's all chosen by Mr. Mark Sykes himself. And away they go, and whoever wins that takes the race of winners. So yeah, make sure you stick around for that. That's 22nd of July. Like I say, probably an 8 or 8:30 start. Not 100% on that one yet, but it will be quite a long event. I think the last one we did, CJ and I did, it was, yeah, about 4 hours long. I think I left it about midnight. So yes, come and check that out, 22nd. Tomorrow night GR2s, next Monday or Monday coming, we've got the final of the minis. Next Wednesday we've got the finals of this, come and check that out. And then 22nd we've got the race of winners. So that's about it. Don't think I've got to say anything else. What's Chewy saying? Blah blah blah. You're banned, Chewy. Kicking you out. You better have subscribed as well, fool. Right, I know where you live. Anyway, that's the stream done. You know what's coming up next, people. If you liked it, give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here. That's the wrong button. Now I'm out of here.